I completely agree. And another thing to point out, we did see Prophecy start on that T side, and I think that works out perfectly for them. Now, the knife round has ended. All right, we're going to be going into game, and this time it's Team Endpoint starting on that T side. So, are we now going to see Imi bring out those strats, bring out that clever that he's got inside his head, and start doing some work, or are we going to see Prophecy use their skill to prevail over the English team? Who knows? Not me.
Either way, we are going to be going into that pistol round. In terms of investment so far, Jesp has been given that classic raid boss role, the Tech 9 on armor. Imi going to pick himself up a smoke as well. So a pretty standard round. It looking like they're just going to go back to basics. An aggressive B split, passive hold from the CT side as well as they wait patient for the push.
Yeah, tapping away, nothing really coming in just yet. Cryptic's gonna get that bomb down, and Endpoint absolutely decimating, getting straight in. Pickles will find one in a trade, but it's a 2-for-2 so far. 3 versus 3 across the board. Cryptix comes in with one more. Imi and Cryptix both doubling up, finding themselves 2 apiece to win the first round. Pistol in the bag for Endpoint, but we saw the same thing last game. So whether or not Endpoint can now capitalize off the back of that is yet to be seen.
Yeah, the difference is as well in this round we are going to see a force, because obviously before we saw Prophecy on the T side, they get the bomb plant. So this round was more just saving money. But in fact, we still had a couple of players actually just keeping their economy, just making sure they have those extra nades when they do go towards that buy round slap. And of course, the AWPer of Kolar is going to be one of the players just holding on to what they have. But they've actually got 3 smokes in this situation. No kits, of course. Not really something you bring in these sort of force buy rounds. And they've taken a lot of control of toilets. And look where the Ts are going.
Yeah, going quick. This could work out pretty nicely, though. Quicks puts himself down. A flash just needs to be careful. He gets taken down by Kolar. That's a double-man setup. These pistols so far working out. Cryptix finally gets one in. Finally, the kills rain on in. And those early pistol kills mean nothing. Zilch. It's going to be 3 players staying alive for Team Endpoint. 2 rifles saved, 1 UMP, bit of money in the bank, and they should be pretty happy with that round, keeping that economy alive, keeping themselves rolling. And so it's going to be Endpoint 2-0. And pretty happy. Oh, is that police? Is that the police? What are they doing?
That was an important flank as well in that round, because there was 4 Ts out towards long. If the AK's kept and the range battle was taken by Prophecy, I could have seen them taking that away, but I think it was Pickles or either Imi came in from behind, gets 2 kills, and that pretty much sets the round back to normal. Now in this, we got a couple of HEs. Normally 2 HEs aren't really going to do too much, and already we can see Pickles, he's looking to farm up that cash, get his pockets filled, and take down as many as he can with that trusty Mac Daddy.
Yeah, doing well so far. And why you're not watching that angle, I have no idea. I mean, they know someone's coming from Fountain, but you've got to watch that angle. Someone's going to be trying to take advantage. Imi going to be getting himself a little bit of money. Pickles a little bit more into the bank with the Big Daddy. Mac 10, Biggie Smalls original. And just Slap and Cali remain. Can they bring out the Cali muscle, or will they be slapped down into oblivion? Slap trying to get some work done. He will find himself a kill there onto Imi, who was the low HP player. Picks up the UMP, trying to get in, but the smoke goes in. Cryptix holding down the angle, just goes out for the peak. There it comes. AK-47 headshot. No more needs to be said. And Cali finds himself the last man alive. Reading a bit of German there. Didn't work out for him. He did get shot. And so Cryptix taking that final kill into the round. 3-0 on the board now for the terrorist side. Endpoint. They are happy. They now need to continue that. They need to be disciplined, not sloppy. Need to make no mistakes and get on with what they're here to do.
Also, they've made a decent amount of money. That's something that has to be mentioned. In the previous map, we saw them lose a lot of players in the second round and pretty much get reset instantly. So no chance of that happening in the next round. They've got enough cash to rebuy anyway, and they're actually going to keep a Mac 10, which against 3 players without any head armor could work nicely. They've actually got a boost going in, and an AWP has been bought up. Kolar. He's so close to finding the pick, and actually the timing going to get the better of him.
Yeah, inches off. It's going to be Imi. Double kill comes through. Finds himself 2 beautiful frags. Builds a bit of money as well. And although the bomb has been dropped, it's still a 4 versus 3 situation. And Arch is on his own. He'll find the kill onto Imi, but the flank is coming in, and there's nothing he can do. Jesp takes him down. Down to 3 versus 2. Pickles wanting that rotation to come in, trying to get that early advantage, but it's not going to work out for him. Slap trying to recover that bomb control. They haven't got the bomb back for Team Endpoint just yet. Luckily, Cryptix is watching the angle on Slap, making sure he doesn't get overly aggressive. Can't get anything too impressive done. The timing's perfect for Slap, but Cryptix straight back onto that angle, takes his head clean off. and it's a 3 versus 1. Kolar, we've seen him do some good stuff, but I think this is too much to ask. AWP in hand, I would say the best thing he can do now, hold on to that AWP, keep it into the next round. Just keep that economy afloat. Of course, CT side economy, not the easiest to manage. And on overpass, you need to be keeping that AWP alive. You need to have that utility, otherwise you are going to find yourself in trouble. I think once this BX suit comes in, oh, Kolar, why risk it? There's no chocolate biscuit. There's just death.
Yeah, he's going to try and, well, find something quickly, maybe at least catch a couple of players off guard, but the second that Molotov goes in, not worth it. Just saves the AWP. I think he was probably just trying to make it so that more players had to rebuy for the T side. Instead, in the next round, they'll get the 2,900 loss bonus. They'll probably buy up maybe a couple of pistols, a Deagle or two, and just try and do some extra damage behind that Catalyst AWP. And I expect him to do something aggressive in the next round. If he was playing passive, it would be a little bit peculiar even. Unless he was, maybe if they send 4B and him the only one on A, then I can sort of see why. But other than that, I'm expecting some audacious plays.
Yeah, Kolar holding on to that one. Now, there's not a huge amount of money across the board for the CTs. Of course, they did buy into that one. But saving the AWP, in your opinion, is it worth going for the buy here, or is it just Kolar, support Kolar, Superman the AWP, see what they can do, go for the aggressive play, just see what can be done? Beautiful there from Imi, holding that spray down with the Mac-10. Works out perfectly. And yeah, like you said, they're just going to buy down to 2K. Supporting the AWP, though, is the key here. They have to stay around that AWP, work with him. And when he goes down, if he goes down, get that AWP back in play. Don't let it go. Once it's gone, it's gone. You know? It's like spraying a bit of mousse from a mousse can.
Ooh, that
Galley.
actually hits the dink there. Down to 19 HP on Cryptics. AWP peek out, but can't actually spot the angle. That's going to be Pickles getting the first. But, as you said, sticking close by, almost holding hands. And Arch now going to go for the re-peek, and he hits the shot. Somehow, must have been through the corner of the fence. Yeah. But a couple of players low now, and those pistols are becoming ever more deadly by the second.
Yeah, up close and personal could do a huge amount of damage. Just need to use that utility. You use those nades, clear out the sites, make sure it's going to be safe. And here comes the push. Mighty Max and Jesp, the front man. The flash goes in perfectly. Jesp has absolutely no problem killing the blinded up slap. Miss shot comes in from Arch. He's trying to do some more work, but he's got players jumping on him. Jesp will go down. Nice kill coming through there as Arch backs off, USP in hand, just hoping to hold on once more to that AWP. The hunt may be coming in, but it won't be overly aggressive. Maybe just Pickles. He's low. Get him out there, get some damage done. Quicks trying to just ward off the remaining CTs from taking that AWP back on Arch. He's just getting a bit aggressive, actually. Could find himself a kill here onto Cryptics. He is low. And the trade would be unlikely, as Imi is a little distance away. They are going to have to exit, though. They are going to have to get away from this. The HP is too low for Mr. Cryptics. Quicks playing a lovely little position.
This is perfect.
About this. There comes one. Is the trade going to come in from Imi? Oh, he's missed his AWP shot. AK gets recovered, and Quicks looking great. Finally, the kill comes in. No AK saved. But Arch will take out Pickles. So actually, a hell of a lot of damage there being done to Team Endpoint. But look at the coffers. They are full in this one.
Yeah, they got a couple of players who've stepped up big. Obviously, Imi was one of the ones that in the rounds they did manage to win, although few they were. In the last map, he did step up, and he's doing so again in this one. Actually, the Mac-10 has been more his weapon of choice so far, however, so still waiting for maybe a little bit more with the AWP, and Cryptics has been on point as well, 8-1 at the moment, but here goes Kolar. Aggressive peek out, but not going to be able to spot anything as of yet. In fact, there's nobody over that side of the map at all. Connector being cleared out by the Ts as they look to head over towards B, and there is only one man there.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to Cali. One man versus the world. He spots out him. He takes him out. Clean shot. No messing about there, but he's going to call this in now. Team, get over here. The flank's coming in already. That's going to be Quicks coming in from behind. Molotov will be extinguished. Mighty Max has been spotted out, but he finds the kill. First kill for Mighty Max. Finally getting himself in there. Cali goes down. The flank, though. Quicks already in behind. 1, 2, easy. Bomb goes down. It's dropped. Cryptic's going to be able to find nothing. Quicks! That's dirty. That's obliteration. 1 round on the board for Prophecy. Now, I'm going to give you my prophecy. If this round is lost by Team Prophecy, Endpoint should storm ahead. But if it's won, Endpoint are in trouble. Yeah,
the one thing that happened there for Endpoint was just they dedicated themselves so early. And this is a map where rotations are key. So to sort of have that just sheer almost dedication to the B site once things already went a little bit wrong. Also some individual pushes that weren't particularly good at all. Either way, they do have enough money. They've had plenty of cash.
Yeah.
They're going to get the rebuy in this situation. Kolar. Taking the aggressive peek, but not spotting anything out as of yet.
Yeah, a bit of damage being dealt, not a huge amount going on. Although, real estate is not at a premium currently. Having to fall back is Prophecy. That AWP of Kolor, smoked out, Molotov down, not much he can do. Boost coming in here. But no one watching over on long, that's just a bit of a waste of time. But they don't know that. Why not play the angle properly? Sure, work their way up long. They've got a minute left on the clock. They've got time to play with. Going to be moving towards the A bomb site by the looks of things. Flash goes in, Jesp cleared. See, they're playing this very methodically. They're not taking any risks at all. Endpoint flashing, making sure everything they do is calculated.
Well, after the last round,
Well,
you're going to do that. When you're flanked so quickly, you want to make sure that that's not possible again.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Exactly what they're doing, making sure no one can get advantage, no one can take it easy. They all have to be under pressure. Maybe even looking at the B players. The bomb rotates its way down through T-spawn, all the way back to Monster, trying to get their way in. There are, of course, 2 players. The Molotov goes down with 30 seconds remaining. They may have to run through this one at this point. Arch watching the angle diligently. The flashbang goes in. No one's going to be covered off by that. Slap playing close. Absolutely no checks coming in. This is an obliteration by Prophecy. 3 kills already in. Cryptics finally trades back out, but Quick takes him down. And that's that. Endpoint now are somewhat losing what they had at the very beginning.
Well, this is exactly what I was talking about when we spoke about the map sort of earlier in the day, where the switch up of plays coming out from the CT side. We saw the round before, they go aggressive over towards A. They have quick rotations when the B push comes in. In this situation, complete polar opposite. They go all the way back to the site. We see the Ts use all their utility, clearing these angles. It gets down to 30 seconds and the CTs go, we've still got a lot of utility just to hold you back. Very smart stuff, nice in-game leading. And now, well, 5 and 2, and it's pistols in for Endpoint.
Yeah, again, economy broken. It's Prophecy's opportunity to get themselves up to 3 rounds. Cryptics on a Glock. Nothing at all to play with here for the man. Jay, nothing for him. There is a couple of pistols around. Tech9's Deagle on Pickles. We've seen him do some work, but not enough to justify any more than what he's got. 2 players on that B-bomb site. They played beautifully last round, and the angle doesn't even need checking. Slap could have gone huge there. Only going to get himself 1, but Arch and Quick's already in position. It's a complete shutdown. Jess will get 1 in return. That is a good bit of work from him, but it's not enough. 3 rounds on the board. The eco is shut down.
Yeah, a couple of players dropped. Not really the end of the world in this situation, as we see the CT side forced to go for a couple of rebuys, but that was all just sort of economy management coming in there from Endpoint, as they will look to try and buy back up into this next round. Now, they're already on 5, so they're not in a particularly bad position. They're going to want to sort of aim for 6-7 rounds is not the worst, but when they started so well, I think they are going to be trying to get themselves a bit more. And considering the T side we saw previously from Prophecy, I think they're going to want to at least win the half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's absolutely no reason why they shouldn't. They're playing great. They're shutting down Endpoint at every turn. But of course, 5 rounds already on the board for the UK team. They're pretty strong. Cali, nice little spray goes through. Not a huge amount of damage being done. Just showing that presence. Mighty Max getting sprayed down. Needs to be careful there. He's done no damage, but in return, he's taken half his health. No pushes coming through. Cali still staying on full health. Jesp even taking a bit of that spray. Finally, it's going to be Imi taking down Cali. And again, Imi doing the damage, but he's going to get taken down through the wall. The headshot comes in. He'll be flaming at that one. I can promise you that. 4 versus 4. Although it does favour the terrorist side, they have no real estate. They're all committed to this A bomb site. But the push coming through from Quicks. The push coming in through Connector. There is no way I see this ending well. Everyone's surrounded. Quick takes down Cryptics. Mighty Max goes down from behind. The bomb has been dropped. The last 2 players, Pickles and Jess, on their own. No bomb. Nothing to work with. It's over, man. It's over. Pickles will find himself 1 kill. But Quicks from behind. 1, 2. Happy days. Clackety-clack. It's done. It's over.
Yeah, they're having definite problems with rotations at the moment. Just the way that the CTs, when they finally do clear out spots on the map, we see it just happening while these sort of frags are coming in, and they just start rotating. They start taking control, and there's nobody watching the backlines from the T side whatsoever. So it's just nice and easy for them. They can pincer in onto Endpoint, and it looks like they've started to read them quite well in the last few rounds at least. So I'm actually hoping that maybe Endpoint actually speed things up a bit, change the pace. Stop sort of waiting for all this information to be found, and a nice little start from Kolor takes the head clean off of Cryptics.
Yeah, lovely bit of play there. Kolor with another one onto Imi. shut him down. And this is the point at which it gets a little bit dangerous. Endpoint, once their morale goes down, and I promise you, you will see this, Mighty Max starts getting less frags. Imi, as the game progresses, he'll slow down. And it's just not a great situation. When all of the morale, all of the spirit is down, Endpoint just don't play well. It's a fact. And right now, it's not looking good. They were 5-0 up. That's now down. Just one round, which has been lost. Nice kills coming in. Yeah, absolutely. And they're doing no damage, like you say. They're not getting a huge amount done. Look at their faces. Sullen. Sullen is the word I will use.
Well, they basically need what happened in the previous map, but for their side, they need someone to make a big play, like step up for the team, try and take a round into the hands and go, look, okay, I've done this here. Let's now pick ourselves back up, because that is one of the main ways you get yourself hyped up. We saw that from Calais. The change in the way that Prophecy were playing from that one round to the next was ridiculous. Like, they went from being a team that barely looked like they were in the game at all to, okay, they've just stepped up and run away with it. So that's what we're looking for on this T side at the moment. And in the last few rounds, well, as we just saw there, not even a kill. Like, not taking any guns away. And it just means that from Prophecy side, they're going to be like, okay, we've got all of the money. We're set up and ready.
Getting a bit smoky in here. And a little bit smoky. Now, interesting one for you guys at home. You may be watching and you may see these tables that they're on. You may see these tables. They're actually extra big, full-size tables. So everyone has a full-size table. So no matter if you spread out, you know, you sit like me, where you've got everything on different sides of the room. Yeah. These guys have a full table to put their stuff on. So whether they use no space or a huge amount of space, they've got it. Now, tactical timeout has been called.
Yeah, we haven't seen one yet.
And I did check. It's not a 15-minute tactical. It's a 5-minute. I read it wrong. I saw 1 5-minute timeout. I read 15-minute timeout. My bad. I'll admit that. It's a 5-minute timeout that they get.
It's still quite different.
Makes more sense. It's long, but it makes more sense than 15.
That's different to anything I've ever seen, to be honest. It's normally the sort of 30-second pauses that you get a few of throughout the game, but a 5-minute pause is going to give them a huge amount of time to actually slow down the pace in this game and really take the momentum away from Prophecy, which would be perfect for them. They need to sit down, reset. Okay, where's things been going wrong? I think the main point of contention has to be, okay, we need someone watching our backs. Like, we need, there was multiple times in the last couple of rounds, or at least the last buy round, where not only did they get flanked from Connector, but even after they knew they'd lost that control, 2 players got flanked from long as well. They didn't try and go back and like maybe take the fight to the players they know would be pushing. They tried to then push onto the site even though they didn't have the bomb. So definitely need to sort of switch things up in the next round or two. Of course, in terms of the money, they're going to be fine to get a buy. They can have the AWP, which although hasn't had much of an impact, I don't know. Maybe they should get the MAC-10 back. Yeah, maybe it is the Biggie Smalls, because it hypnotizes me. Can't you see? Beautiful kills coming in. This is just a quick replay, quick recap. That from Quicks was well, it was less insane from Quicks and more pretty crazy from Cryptics. Absolute whiff city. But you know what? Sometimes it happens. Anyway, the game is back live. This is not a replay. That would not make sense. The game is live. Pause is over. They've had a chat. They've had a bit of a chitter. And Imi said, this is what we're going to do. Jake's also said, this is what we're going to do. Coach Jake, of course. Cryptics has been killed. I'm sorry to say. Pickles! He's trying to get some work done, but it's a fluff. They're all going down, dropping like flies, taking 1 versus 2 engagements on all fronts. I don't even know how 3 of them have taken a 1 versus 2 engagement at the same time, but they've managed it anyway. Kolor closes it down. 3K in the round for him on the AWP. Nice to see they sorted the problem.
Yeah, nice to see they had a good chat about that. They said, right, this is what we're going to do. And then they went, actually, let's just do what we were doing before and die.
It's more, again, like, the problem, it's always the problem with tactical pauses in a way is, it's not just one team that gets it. The other team gets that time as well to talk about what they're going to do. And you see it from Prophecy. They go, okay, they're clearly going to be setting up something in this round, so let's just go aggressive. They took control of Connector, 2 players there. They did the same in Water as well. And again, no time for Endpoint to execute. This time, looking like we're back to basics. 4 players over towards the B site, 3 waiting there from the CT side as well. And they're just going to slow walk in.
Yeah, it could be a bloodbath, but Mighty Max opens up nicely, slapped back in with 1. No pressure from short coming in. Beautiful flash. But it doesn't matter. Imi is too quick. Luckily, Quick still on the scene. Going to be looking to do damage. Does spray through nothing. of effect just yet, but he's working his way around. Comes to barrels. Pickles will take his head off as Cali finally tries to trade. He'll find one onto Jess, but the bomb planter goes down. Cryptics not able to get anything through just yet as Cali looking through the smoke. He'll find one underneath as Cryptics will fall. Color up in hand now, 1 versus 2. It's all on Imi, but he can't get it done. Cali takes him down, and that's the retake coming in. Cali with a 3K, lovely work. And again, it looked so good there from Endpoint. It looked beautiful. And then suddenly, someone comes in, they get a kill, and then the rest of Endpoint go, who killed him? Who did it? What was it? And no one says anything. They just go, ah, bloody hell.
2v4, Cali with 3 kills. I feel like I've seen that before.
Yeah, I feel like this may have happened at some other point.
Maybe happened in train. It's looking almost like
maybe they need to do some more training.
Yeah. Someone needs to track their progress.
I like it. I like it. So it's these kind of jokes you can't just overpass. You've got to think about them. Anyway, back into the game. It's 7-5 currently. And looking pretty good for Prophecy. They're happy. AWP is still alive on Color. Nothing in reply from Endpoint. No AWP's coming out. Color holding down the angle. Will find himself a blind kill. Quicks follows it up onto Imi. And that push instantaneously shut down. Cali comes in with another one. And the push from behind is effective. Nothing is working for Endpoint. Pickles, the last man alive. Mr. Pickles, what can he do? Can he get a kill? We'll see. Maybe.
You'd hope.
Yeah, well, you would. He would.
Fingers crossed.
No.
Never mind.
He's dead.
It looks like maybe just the start is the problems for Prophecy, because or the other way round. Just like something shuts down Team Endpoint and they're just gone. I don't know what keeps going on, but that's the second time we've seen them get to 5 and then they've gone, yeah, that'll do. Just don't know what's going on with them at the moment. Once again, they're going to be back to pistols in this round, so expecting a Prophecy should take this one fairly comfortably. And they have a couple of players now around sort of $14,000, $16,000.
Yeah, that's the point at which, especially this late in the game, economy no longer matters. You've just got to go at it. You've got to get those buys in. You've got to do some damage. Arch just making sure he stays alive. One gun is worth more than one kill. Keeping it going. Arch just not giving a flip. He's going to take himself 3 easy kills. Jess will find himself the bomb farm, which is good, but there's still 4 players alive hunting him down, and he's not going to get anything done. Cali will finish it off for the final kill. That's going to be 9-5 on the board. Now, the best Endpoint can hope for is a 9-6. Now, let's be honest, this is T-side. It's T-side overpass. If Endpoint can come back on that CT side, put some rounds down early, maybe there's still a chance. There's still a buy round in this half. They can still take a 9-6 score, on which, on overpass on T-side, is nothing to be frowned at. That's still decent.
Yes, it's not to be frowned at if you don't go in 5-0 at the beginning. That's the problem. That's what's going to have them demoralized. If you go at the beginning, okay, would you take a 9-6? Then I don't know. I don't know if they would, but you sort of have to look at it and go, yeah, no, that's not bad at all. Were they juggling weapons there? Yeah, Quicks is juggling an AWP. I like it. He's just going to have 2 weapons in this round because why not at this point?
Well, that's the kind of player Quicks is. He loves a bit of flair. He loves to have a bit of attitude and have a bit of fun with it, really. And that's what he's doing, enjoying himself. Quicks never slow off the mark. Slap going to be holding over towards barrels, taking Arch's normal position. They should expect him to be here. Smoke goes down. Be careful now. Mighty Max pushes forward, looking for the kill, and he's going to find it. Slap goes straight down as Arch tries to trade this one back out. He's having trouble, and he's not going to be able to. Endpoint actually taking the initiative. Colo, the last man alive now. Can he close this out? It's unlikely. He's got an AWP in hand. His angle is being watched, and Imi will take his head off. And the first round in 9 for Endpoint comes in right at the end of the half. Now, going into the second half, at least they've taken that one last round. At least they've given themselves a little bit of a buffer. If they win this pistol round, they're back in. If they don't win this pistol round, it's the same as train. It could just... Was that a nose pick we just saw? Was that little
I think it might have been a snooze or something like that.
Little itch. Yeah, right. Let him off. I'll forgive him. But yeah, Endpoint is not looking great so far.
Yeah, it's once again one of those situations where you see them start very well, that something seems to just go wrong in one of the rounds and they're gone. Like 9 rounds in a row, and a lot of them were squeaky clean as well from the CT side. They had so much money by the end, and they were even sort of juggling AWPs, and it just got to the point again where you see them going for plays that I feel like if you had a higher level of respect for your opponent, you wouldn't be making. Like, you don't try and normally at least take connector control and water control at the same time. Like, to do that, you basically have to be saying, we know we're going to win the aim, Jules, so yeah, why not? And they did, to be fair. They didn't lose a single player while doing that strategy, which it should never happen. Especially considering that I'm pretty sure, was it Pickles in that round, was actually holding the angle, waiting for the push. And if you don't at least get one, fair enough if you get traded, fine, but it's just mistake after mistake.
No, exactly. And really, we can't be seeing those mistakes now on CT side. They have to be consistent. Now, they're playing almost exactly the same way that that Prophecy played on their pistol round. Playing back, not playing on the site, just hoping for those early kills. No one really crossing over from short. It's going to be Slap finding the kill onto Cryptics, and straight away, this is tough. Pickles will find one in return, looking for another one to Slap. Can he find it? Yes, just about. So he's going to double up all the way in. But it's still a 2 versus 3. Endpoint, they've said, right, you're getting kills. That means we can die, right? No, you got to get the kills. Mighty Max comes in, takes down one. Jess follows it up onto Quicks now in a 2 versus 1. There is a kit to play with for Mighty Max, and he's going to stick it. He's just going to go straight in for it. There's the kill, but he doesn't realize there's a kit. And it's Mighty Max to win the clutch. A very nice play, and it's going to pay off beautifully for Team Endpoint. They're back in the game, sort of.
Yeah, it's pretty much said if you win both pistols, you should be winning the game. So that is what we're looking at this point. They've now taken the first and the second pistol, going to look to try and converge the round as well. The problem is, obviously, the bomb going down. There's going to be a little bit of extra cash coming in for this T side. Now, we've seen them do a lot of damage already with pistols, so I'm hoping, for the sake of Endpoint, that they can get off to a decent start, because that's one thing that, with Prophecy, okay, they didn't start well, but they did get a load of money and ended up just having buy after buy after buy.
Yeah, and that's where we see Endpoints thrive, is when they have the money, they're able to do it. But even then, Prophecy are coming out with that skill, just throwing in wacky plays, throwing in aggressive plays you just wouldn't expect, and Endpoint aren't expecting, and that's the problem. This is a very B-heavy setup. As soon as they realise this is trouble, well, Emmy doesn't care. He's just going to do all the work himself. He may even be on for a 4K here. Nice nade comes in to take him down a few pegs, but Jess will come in to clean it up. Not a fan of that team nade. Come on, be a little bit careful. Have a bit of communication, guys. Get those jaws waggling. But nice play there from Emmy. Jess to finish it off, and that's a pretty conclusive round. Now, the bomb plant did go down, so this is going to be the buy-up. And there's no free 3 rounds. There's no free three rounds in that one. There's only 2, because Prophecy are onto the buy, and they're still 1 round up. 9-8. Mr. Biz.
Yeah, invest into the AWP straight away, though, onto Immy. Something that had a big impact in the sort of early stages of their CT side on Train. Now, as you said, more passive in terms of his AWPing. He's going to be over towards the B side looking for that early pick, but already, like, rotational AWP, just going to reposition, fall back to another point of the map, maybe go over towards A and just rotate a second player off back towards that sort of B site. In the meantime, the T's, as it was said on the desk, just going to be looking to try and take over portions of the map. They're going to be clearing out this long position. Now, the spot that we currently see play from Jess, I only like if you have an AWP backing it up, which they do. Otherwise, I just feel like it's a one and done, but Immy, he's got to hit this first shot, otherwise his teammate's pretty much dead. Yeah,
well, the thing is, you have that weapon that's not as strong. You have that UMP in play. You want to get it into a position where it can do a bit of damage, but it's also not going to be a risk to your team. You know, if it goes wrong, it's not going to be the end of the world. Luckily, it's going to be the fallback from Prophecy. Good positional control being taken here by Jesp. He's read this situation perfectly, and now he's going to be able to get that quick flank going. Oh, Quick's going to have no idea. He's been heard. Yeah, Jesp has definitely heard that now. Takes him down with a very swift shot. Recovers the AK-47, trades out that UMP, and that is perfect play. Now with a man advantage, going onto that B-bomb site becomes even more challenging, and Endpoint in a great position. All they've got to do now is hit their shots, play consistent, and they should win this. Mighty Max opens it up with 1, doubles up. Arch finally takes a trade back in, but it's all on Cali now. 1 versus 3, and Mighty Max lives up to his name. 4 kills in the round. He had a slow start to this one, but he's got himself in. He's done some work, and he's finally fragging. Now, that looks like a frustrated face to me. I feel like the head bobbing is angry.
Yeah, the information gathered in that round as well was absolutely massive, because we already saw the CT side. Although it was only 1 kill, they already rotated another player over. They were ready for the hit to come in. They had the late smokes as well, holding on. So, yeah, good stuff in the end from the CT side. Nice read, and they've shut down that early buy, and it's back to pistols for Prophecy.
Yeah, looking good across the board. As Endpoint on to 9 rounds against an eco. They're building up that economy as well. That's what's key, is Jesp opens up with that AK-47. He stole in the last round, doing some work. The spray is difficult, but he pulls his pistol out. Can't quite get it in as Quicks. Will finish that one off. Luckily, Immy is in position with the AWP in hand. 1 and 2. That's the bomb dropped. And Cali will get nothing. I don't know about you, but Immy's name is throwing me off a lot. If we could whip that round, please. Probably not.
It's weird as well. I've always found it odd when players don't have their names because I feel like that's your brand. Why are you not advertising your brand?
Yeah.
Like, this is you as a person. Maybe he just wants to be called Arden from now on.
No, he wants to be called Tactician.
Tactician.
Yeah. Because it's
We'll see.
Tactic and then his name, Ian. No, seriously, his name is he's not Tactician. Anyway, Frag's coming in. Colo can open as well. Takes down the man himself. Ian. He's dead. Orp down. Going to be recovered by Jesp, potentially. Yep, he's going to pick it up, but within the same second, he's going to be killed by Colo. Lovely play coming through, just defending that dropped Orp, and now it's a 3 versus 5, with Prophecy 1 round to close the gap and get themselves back into this game. Endpoint, again, they've taken 5 rounds, and suddenly it's become a tad sloppy.
Yeah, Pickles. This is where they have to go aggressive, really. Nice fingers, of course.
Love
But, yeah. But this is where the T's have pretty much just read it. They know that there's going to have to be some sort of aggression because the CT side, they need to get back into the round. They need to find a pick for free, and instead they hand another away. It's not really their fault at this point. After the opening picks, you have to try and get things back. And Arch, well, he's on fire in this round. 2 kills for him, 2 for Colo as well with that glass cannon AWP. And Mighty Max will go down. Back to flawless rounds for Prophecy as they keep every single player alive. But CT side in the last few have been making money, so I think they should be absolutely fine getting a buyback.
Yeah, this is a mirror image of what we saw in the first half. 5 rounds on the board, and then an absolute flop. They're not able to get anything done. And Endpoint, I don't understand. They're doing so well, and then they just drop off. It's as if they're getting complacent. I just don't understand. 10-10 now. The buy is back on the board, though, as Imi picks up the AWP. Going aggressive with it, but the Flames will knock him out, and they've heard him there. Cali will have heard that retreat as the AWP falls back, pushing straight in afterwards, wasting absolutely no time. He heard him running away. He knows just about what's going on, so as long as he plays it a little bit carefully, he can get himself into a strong position. Over towards the toilets from Connector. Imi still holding his angle down, AWP in hand. I've never heard that before.
Really?
No. I don't hang around toilets.
Well, I disagree with what I've seen today.
I don't know what that means. Well, I do, but... Frags. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah. Don't eat Wagamamas before a cast, that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Or, you know, you're still feeling the effects 3 hours later, I can promise you, everyone. But, you know, I enjoyed it. Other brands of ramen are available. 5 versus 5 still, as the push slowly edges its way towards that A bomb site. Orps in hand, Colo and Imi. But so far, no one doing damage. There's 3 players from Endpoint on that B bomb site. Imi don't rotate as well. I'll be sorely disappointed.
Look at the clock. 30 seconds. Still just, well, T-side leaving this very, very late. They're going to send the fake in. Arch just trying to pull some players away. But this passive hold from the CT side is actually so far not getting anything done. Imi missing a sitter of a shot. And that is going to be the site completely gone. The remaining players, right decision, just save. Retaking the A site and an after plant situation is very, very difficult indeed. But that 1 kill that he could have got there, that's the difference. That should have been just easy for him.
I don't know how it didn't hit. It looked...
Through his legs, maybe?
Oh, Sam, if we could get a replay of that, that would be lovely, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. Money not looking great for Endpoint at this point. Not a huge amount going on. They, of course, have got that 3 weapon save, so they may be able to drop across 2 M4s, but still. So now 11-10 in favor of Prophecy, and if they start running away with this game, and Endpoint aren't even able to scrape together 2, it'll be very disappointing indeed. Quicks trying to burn Pickles out, but there isn't enough time left.
He'll just sit in it.
Yeah, he's happy there. Another round going the way of Team Prophecy.
Yeah, and the thing is, the loss bonus is not built up either. So now they really do have a decision on their hands, and they are going to force. They're going to drop UMPs. As we've seen already, they have been able to utilize them. In some of the earlier rounds, it was actually the aggression that worked for them. We saw the push going all the way through long. It just seems that in the last few, the aggression they've attempted has been countered, well, firstly by the AWP and just by the patience of the T side. And I think that could be the difference. They seem a lot more dynamic in their play.
Yeah, and we need to see some more organic, more aggressive play going on. It's going to be Slap working his way over towards long, hoping to find himself an opening. But but nothing so far. Of course, no op to play with for Imi this time around. He's going to have to sit back on that UMP, but the amount of work we've seen him do with the SMG so far this game...
He's done more than with the AWP.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, he's done a lot of work, Imi. It has to be said. He's really been pulling his team through this one, but it's not been enough. 2 UMPs on the board, 3 rifles to play with, Pickles on the AK-47 as well. This is a very, very key round for the UK team if they want to get themselves back into this one. Cryptix has heard a little bit of murmuring over towards that B-bomb, so he knows something's going on. Something's a bit fishy, but what? That's the question. Colo getting aggressive. This is all going wrong. Imi has to get that kill, and he does. He finds it with the UMP in hand, but don't get over-aggressive now. Imi, fall back, get back to home base. Other brands of homeware and outdoor facilities are available.
Look at the push on B. They're already making their way through. It's going to be Cryptix. Needs to get more than one here. He's going to fall. Rotation is in quickly, though, from Mighty Max. He might be able to get in just before they actually go for that bomb plant. Problem is, there is another player behind him as well. They should know the water isn't clear, but they're just going to plant in the smoke, pushing in, and Calais still gets the kill. Leaves it onto Imi. He's got himself a UMP, no kit, no nades, just has to hope that he can find someone close, and Slap is going to decimate him in the end. Another round on the board for Prophecy, and, well, deja vu.
Indeed, this is not going very well. But what do I know? I'm no expert. I'm no mathematician, nor am I a tactician. How's my predictions going? Well, I predicted it to be 2-0 Prophecy, so very nicely, thank you. Yeah, actually.
It's a good thing we're not recording, so it's fine.
VODs are deleted, mate. There's been a power failure. There's been a power surge. 12-10, and it's an Eco 4-team Endpoint. This should be looking at 13-10 in favour of the international team. Nothing really working this half for Team Endpoint, apart from the 5 rounds they took in a row to start it off. 5.
They want.
Oh, of course, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, 4. Pardon me.
5 if you include.
Well, no, it was 5 in a row.
Of the last half.
Yeah. So I'm right, you're wrong. Just suck it up.
Sure.
Buttercup. Still, it's not looking very good for Team Prophecy. Arch just spraying through, finds a kill onto Imi. I'm sure he'll be upset about that one, but it doesn't matter because this is going wrong all over the place.
This is them saving their money to get by in the next round. So really all they want to do is maybe get themselves a weapon or 2. That would be the best case scenario. They're not going to do a huge amount of damage over towards Prophecy in this situation, and the T side are just aiming to keep every single gun. That's pretty much all they want to do. However, Jess will be able to find one, and actually there's a chance he could get away here, but Slap holding the angle. Pickles waiting for exits. I don't really know why they'd push in that direction. I feel like, well, it would just be silly considering they've cleared out the rest of the map, but you never know, he might get really lucky.
Well, he'd have to be incredibly lucky to find a kill and survive in this position, but yeah, I think what's he doing? Hold on to the pistol. It's the best he can hope for.
Not give them the $300?
Yeah, I suppose so. Or the $100 if Colo kills him.
Does Arch not have a gun? Oh, he does anyway, never mind. The bomb will get the money.
I don't think that's how it works. I'm not an expert.
Have you ever asked the bomb?
It doesn't have feelings, it's inanimate.
Wow.
Other brands of explosive device are available. Nice kill coming in there from Arch through the smoke to take down Mr. Imi. Of course, this is getting very close to the line. 3 rounds.
Double AWPs.
And Prophecy have 1.
I said this, though, in sort of the pre-game. It's like a lot of the time you see double AWPs on this map when things are going bad. It's normally just like, okay, let's go for a cheese.
Or they've got so much money, so they go, why not?
Which we saw in the previous half. But T-side, they're going to speed things up over towards this B-side. And that could be the worst-case scenario, but there are 4. Make it 3 players here, as one of them's already gone. Cryptix in position, trying to hold on to the site, but it's Slap once again. Double entry, but Mighty Max again. Coming in from behind. Drops one with a bomb, spraying down, but doesn't quite get it.
That's painful to watch. Kolor taking down Mr. Mighty Max. Now in a 4 versus 2.
Double AWP retake.
Yeah, it's not going to work out. Save onto them. Go into that 14th round. Try and prevent match point. It's the best they can do at this point. But at least holding on to those 2 AWPs, they'll have an opportunity in the next one unless they're hunted down like dogs. Imi falling off the angle now, leaving it alone. He's scared. He's worried. Oh, good listen.
Oh.
That's the face of a winner. Mighty Max, definitely not feeling it on this one.
Not so mighty right now, is he? He's looking...
medium max.
Medium max. Average max.
No, it has to be an M. It has to be alliterated.
Like
they're being obliterated. Here or night. Literally.
Yeah, at this point, maybe.
So 14 rounds on the board now for Prophecy. Team Endpoint struggling. I think it's...
Oh, no.
That's unfortunate. At least it wasn't after time and they weren't tees. Well, it was after time, but at least they weren't tees.
Yeah, at least he doesn't get nothing, but he loses the AWP, which I feel like is, again, it's just right at the end of the round. You're already in a bad position for that to happen. I wonder if his face is now down as well. But in fact, well, Jesp's now going to be playing the AWP. He kept his, so he's going to keep it as well into this next round, not throwing it over to the AWPer for the team, which may mean he's going to go for something a little bit more aggressive. He is taking the peek into middle, but looking like they're just going again. Just, okay, B site works. Maybe let's keep going B.
Yeah,
the plow.
Sure. I mean, I guess that might work, but it's just nothing seems to work at the moment. They have got the AWP on Jesp. That's it. The push coming in. This could be really dangerous. Cryptics and Pickles both closed, but Slap again with the opening. It's a 2-for-2 trade, which is fair enough. But going on to this bomb site, Mighty Max has to come in large, and he won't. Kolor takes him out of the equation. It's a 3 versus 2. Jesp and Arden. I mean, Imi. I mean, he's dead anyway. What does it matter? Jesp, the last man alive. The AWP saved. A nice little shot coming through there onto Kolor. But there are still 2 players left to kill. The nades rain in. Although Jesp has a Molotov of his own. He's been Molotoved, and there's the kill. Arch takes him down. It's match point on the board for Team Prophecy. This is their first official match ever. This is the first time they've played together as a team against another team in an official capacity. That didn't really need breaking down, did it? But you know what, I'll do it for the fans.
Yeah. For the very, very slow,
for the fan.
slow of
for the
you
one
out
fan.
there who couldn't work out what that meant.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's only been like pistol, follow-up, a couple of rounds, and that's all they managed to do. And the one round that they got at the end of the last half.
Well.
So yeah, it is looking... Well, you have to wonder, like, okay, what if Prophecy start winning pistols? Like,
yeah,
they could be pretty scary in this sort of series, in the tournament. But either way, it's not over just yet. There's still the potential for the comeback. AWP onto Jesp once again. Already Imi is going to go down. And Prophecy have barely even moved. They're just waiting. Yeah. They're pretty much just playing for the fact that they know Endpoint are going to go for aggressive plays now. They're at the point of no return.
Yeah, the winner takes it all. The loser standing small.
I think that's me in this situation.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
looking up to you, but not out of choice.
No one's making you do it, right? You can look somewhere else. Yeah, it's not looking good. Imi already down. Mighty Max going to fall as well. Nothing coming in. And really, this round is a very good reflection on how the rest of the game has gone. It's a bad start for Endpoint going into this Elite Series, and I'm sure the analysts will break it down a little bit more depth. But
good start in the maps.
Yeah. But they're not winning. If you're not winning, well, you're a loser. And they're going to have to come back next week and really show that they mean business. Kali just running around getting frags. He's literally just running around getting frags. He doesn't give a monkeys about who's in his way or what they might do. Nice shot from Jesp. Gives his position away. That's the last man.
That's the epitome of this. This is the epitome of the game right now. Eventually gets closed out. Not a good showing in the end.